All right, for Unit 5, we are working on the function, we start off working with the program bug hunting, which you can access through, through your Bootstrap starter files, bug hunting right there. So the first thing they tell you to do is click Run, and then read the error messages and fix each function. So this says define function h, which takes a variable x, and adds 10. Well, this plus x10 looks fine. Define h, x. There's something funny happening here. Expected only one expression after the variable h, but found one extra part. And this extra part is what we see here. So they're saying that all of this is extra, but we know we need that. So there's something telling the computer that after h, I need x is all that I want. But that's not true, and in fact, x is just my variable name. So let's see if I click that. Now I have defined the function variable name h with the a function name h with the variable x. This is what you will do. All right, so my error message is now gone. Now it's moving on to 10. So this did not follow the structure of define, which is function name, variable name, what does the function produce? All right, my new error message said expected only one expression for the function body, but found two extra parts. So it expected only one expression, but found two parts. And see, it's giving me this part here and this part here. But those are all necessary because we want to add 10 to the variable h. Well, it's not closed off. There's no parentheses here. Let's see, so I closed that one, expected a closing to close this parentheses, but there isn't one. There we go. I needed to take a variable and add 10, variable f, add 10, I'm sorry, function f, variable x. So expected a variable but found something else. And that's my something else there. I don't want 1. I'm not sure why there's 1 there. I wanted the variable. Found a variable that is already used here. So they said they wanted to take two inputs and multiply them. Okay, so they wanted two inputs to multiply. That's written differently than what I think I saw in class. Okay, so let's say my second input is here. Let's see. I can't put the same variable twice because that's like saying x and x. When I'm saying f of x, x. I don't need that. I just want f of x. All right, this variable is not defined. It's saying that 3 is a variable. That's weird. Well, the function is only supposed to evaluate 3 times 2. Well, if I put this here, there we go. Evaluates 1 plus 2. Expected a function given 2. It expects a function because it's inside the parentheses. You always have a function to start the parentheses, but I don't know why somebody would put parentheses there. That works fine. I would like you guys to note there's an extra space in there, and it was working fine before. Note that it says evaluate 3 times 2 and it gives you 6. Evaluates 1 plus 2 and you get 3. So when you evaluate something over here, it'll just pop up randomly over here. Well, not randomly, but it looks random. All right, for the function string length, expects a string as your first argument because it's string dash length, but is given 20. Evaluates the string length of string 20. Well, this is the string length of number 20. And then finally adds 5 and 1. Plus 5 times 1. Well, what am I multiplying 1 by? Whoops. I don't know why that last parenthesis erased itself. Let's see, that will add in 5 and 1. Well, 5 and 1, that is 6. And the string length of character string 20, well, there's only 2 characters, 2 and 0. That's why there's a 2 there. I'm not exactly sure what, oh, that's saying input something. So these are all the evaluations. I've got no more bugs popping up, and now it's just asking me to interact. So we've finished the bug hunting program. Please read through this slide. It says turn to page 16 for the function update danger that you're going to create a design recipe. You're going to use a design recipe to create. So update danger takes in the danger's x coordinate and produces the next x coordinate, which is 50 pixels to the left. If I look back at this image here, which is a little small, let's see, open image in new tab. Let's see if we can't open up a bigger version of it. So my danger, D, is starting off at, let's say, 500, 100, and when I, just as the game is going along, my danger should go from 550, or go to 550, 100. So 50 pixels to the left. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. This is where it was at 550, and it moves to 500, 100. So if I'm considering what happens to my x, I need to think about what it means to go to the left on an coordinate plane. So I'll let you consider what that would mean. If you said that that means that they're subtracting, that is correct. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to write my contract and purpose statement, and then I'll let you know when I'm going to reveal that, and then we'll go from there. All right, I'm going to reveal my contract and purpose statement. All I did was take it from this information here. Now pause and write two examples that would take in a number for the x-coordinate and give a new danger, or sorry, a new x-coordinate that is 50 less. All right, I have two examples for you. Before I move forward, I'm going to circle what changes. Another way that I do this without circling first is I would actually go through and I'll write down. So I'll notice update danger stayed the same for both. This didn't stay the same. Parentheses minus for both. There's a space there that doesn't stay the same. 50 parentheses. And then so these two things I should indicate to me that those should be my variables. And that is what matches here. My variable is the x coordinate of my danger. So that should be my update danger function. Okay, now the next slide gives you their examples and their definition. Then they want you to go into your file for your game. You should have already been saving your file. I've had some students ask me, when should I save it or which file should I open? That starts in, I can't remember if it's Unit 2 or Unit 3, but I know I was definitely saving things by Unit 3. So you need to make sure that you have a file. You open the game template. When you open it, it'll say blank game. You're going to want to change that to whatever your game actually is. So I'm going to change mine to example for Unit 5. Okay, my game is just going to stay with the same background, danger, target, and player because I'm just going to let you guys use your imaginations there. And it says to scroll until you find update danger. And it says, is the contract correct? Well, my update danger contract, which is kind of messed up here because you're not looking at the workbook, but it was number to number. Let's see, update danger, number to number. That works. Given the danger's x coordinate, output the next x, and I'm going to edit that by 50 less. Let's see. Write examples for update danger below this line. So I'm going to take those examples I had. Let's see, and I had 329, I think. And so it was minus 329, 50. And then I think it was, I don't know, 179 or something like that. Oops. And then minus 179.50, because I'm subtracting 50 to get that. And so my define update danger x, they use just plain old x. I don't know why it bothers me for some reason. That's just me though. That's just me being weird. So then I want, let's see, it was minus x coordinate 50. Let me pull up my example real quick. Let's see, update danger x coordinate minus x coordinate 50. Yep, that looks good. So let me click run and see what happens. It's taking a second. My computer's running slow because I'm uploading a video right now. Hey, there's my danger scrolling across the screen. Now, it didn't come back, and that's something that you would do in Unit 6, I believe, when you do safe left, safe right, and on screen. But it did fly across the screen, so that's definitely something. I would click Remix to save my program because it's got the floppy disk. Please wait, saving program. The program has been saved. So I now have my update danger fixed. I'm going to pause the video. Next, you're expected to do update target. So I'm going to give you guys a minute. I'm going to pause it, and I'm actually going to do all of my update target, contract, purpose statement, and examples and definition without pausing in between, without any explanation. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to just jump straight to showing you my coding for it. All right, I'm going to show you my update target. This is all of my design recipe. And then I'm going to pause it and then show you my coding for update target. All right, I'm going to show you my coding. This is what it looks like, typed in. And then I'm going to click run. Probably take a second for it to pop up. And now both my target and my danger can move. They're, again, not coming back yet. So I will actually, well, hang on a second. So the next slide wants you to consider possibly working on projectile movement. That is not something I'm going to do. It is optional. It is something you might want to do to explore. My game doesn't have a projectile. I just wasn't really that interested in it. I had, a shark and a submarine and a scuba diver. I wasn't exactly sure what my shark could throw that would make sense. So this is the end of Unit 5. So what I want to do is I'm going to very quickly show you like a preview of what you'll do in Unit 6, so that way you have an idea what you'll be getting up to or getting into and how it will affect what you did with danger and target. It should really improve it for you. Okay, first things first, I actually decided that for each video, I should have an example for each one saved. And so this is what mine looks like with my background and stuff like that, just with the coding that we've just worked over. All I did was I took my game backgrounds and copied and pasted it in. Then I'll show you the preview of Unit 6. All right, for Unit 6, I've gone through and, sorry, I'm just trying to cover up what you might have seen. I went through and copied in what you'll end up doing, and so you'll notice your characters, well, my shark isn't moving yet, but your target and your danger not only move, but they move and they come back onto the screen. So this is what you'll be able to do after Unit 6. Look forward to that.